So welcome back. In example 2 of operations with functions, we're going to be multiplying our functions this time instead of adding and subtracting like we did in example 1. So in A, we have h times j of x. So I'm going to use red for h of x. And then we're going to be multiplying that times j of x, which I'll use blue, and j of x comes next. So we're going to substitute 1/3 for h of x, and then we're going to multiply that times j of x, and j of x is -6. So these are just real numbers, so we multiply 1/3 times -6. Right, our 3 cancels with the 6, leaving a 2, and then 1 times -2 is -2. Okay, let's try the next one. So we're multiplying h times f of x. So the function h of x is going to get multiplied times our function f of x. I'm going to use green for f of x. So we're going to multiply those together. H of x is 1/3, so I substitute the 1/3 in for the h of x. And then f of x, that's 9x minus 12. And I need to group that 9x minus 12 binomial in parentheses because I'm multiplying. Okay, now we're going to distribute. So 1/3 times 9x is 3x. And then 1/3 times -12 is a -4. Next, we have our function g of x, which is purple. And we're going to multiply that g of x times j of x. And we used blue for j of x. Now, since g of x is a binomial and I'm multiplying, I'm going to go ahead and put that binomial in parentheses. And then j of x is a monomial with a negative, so I'm going to put that in parentheses. So my g of x, 1 minus 6x, gets substituted in the first set of parentheses. And then, oh, I meant for that to be blue, so let's go ahead and make that j of x, -6, is blue. Now we're going to distribute to evaluate these parentheses. So I'm taking this -6 times the 1 in the binomial, and that's -6. Then -6 times -6x. The negative times a negative is a positive. Then the 6 times 6x is a 36x. And when we put that into standard form, our linear term comes first, followed by the constant. So this will be 36x minus 6. So now you're going to try these either on your dry erase board or on some scrap paper. Pause the video until you've got some answers, and then we'll check them together. So h of x times j of x, that's going to be 1/2 for the h of x, -2 for the j of x. We multiply those together, and we get -1. In B, we have h times f of x. H of x is 1/2. F of x is a binomial, 6x minus 2. So we're going to need to group that binomial in parentheses and then distribute. So we've got a 1/2 times 6x, which is 3x. 1/2 times -2 is a -1, and that's 3x minus 1. Then in C, we have the function g times the function j, and those are in terms of x. G of x is a binomial 2 minus 4x, so that's going to be grouped in parentheses. And then we'll multiply that times the -2 for j of x, distributing to get rid of those parentheses, we have negative 2 times positive 2 is a negative 4. Negative 2 times negative 4x is a positive 8x. And we put that in standard form. The linear term comes first, followed by the constant. So it's 8x minus 4.